Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry it's been a while, and the reason for that is because I'm still in limbo. I live in Ontario. We are still in a stay-at-home order, and in my location we've actually been in a lockdown since Boxing Day. But anyways, that's here nor there. So the reason that impacts me is all of the motorcycle training courses have been canceled. I was supposed to go Easter long weekend, so April 1st-ish. So I can't actually get my M2. So I still have my M1, but I can't get my M2. And what that means is I can't actually get insurance. Now, technically I can get insurance being an M1 rider. There's a place, Facilitate or Facility, I always forget what it actually is. It's a conglomerate of a whole bunch of insurance companies, so they have to offer insurance to everyone. It's for high risk people. It's usually young kids that have had accidents, so they're still able to get insurance for their vehicles. However, when I contacted a company that would be able to do it through there, for my situation, he wouldn't even bring it to the underwriters because of the size of motor my motorcycle has. So I can't get insurance, meaning I can't register the bike, so I can't ride the bike. So that brings me to my next point is I bought a bike. Obviously because I can't get insurance, but whatever. So let's have a look at it now. Is a 2018 Harley Davidson Softail Sport Glide. It's got the Milwaukee 8 107. I'm going to pretend I know what all this means. Milwaukee 8 is their latest motor, unless you're counting the Revolution Max for the new Pan America. But the Milwaukee 8 is meaning 8 valves, so 4 valves per cylinder, so eight valves, and 107 cubic inch. I forget what that works out to, like 1750 or something like that for cubic inch, or cubic centimeters, sorry. But yeah, so this is a used bike that I got from Pfaff Harley Davidson. So the reason I purchased this bike, if you can tell by my screen name, it's Street Sean. And the reason it's Street Sean is because I was 99.9% sure I was going to get a 2021 Street Bob. That's the one I wanted because it was a nice low price. Or sorry, like, it's all relative. It's a Harley Davidson, so it's expensive. But it was a lower tier for the Softail line and the bikes that I wanted to get into. So I'm an old guy, wanted a bike 20 years. I started looking at Harley Davidsons, and I wanted a dirt bike when I was even younger, so even 25 years if you want to say. And it's always, for me, for motorcycle, it always had to be Harley. I know it's dumb and there's a lot better bikes out there, handling bikes. I didn't care about that. I don't want to go fast. I want to cruise. I want to be able to cruise with my wife. And that's about it. So the reason I got this one was this was about the same price as the 2021 Street Bob. Like I said, this is an 18. But it had some of the stuff that I would end up doing to a bike anyways. They both came with the pillion seat, which was fine, and the pegs. But it has like the travel bags, and the front fairing, which I probably would do if we're going to be doing, we're not looking at doing high mileage or anything like that. Looking more, you know, go for hour to 2 hour drive, have a beer and drive home kind of thing, have lunch, dinner, whatnot. So not high mileage, but want it to be comfortable. So yeah, and that's why I got this one, because of it already had some of the things that I wanted to do. And then the previous owner actually did a bunch of, not a bunch of stuff, but he had done a few things to the bike. So since he had done those things, it's one thing I don't have to actually do. And so there was 4 things that he had done, and I'm going to do my least favorite to my most favorite. So least favorite, I'm going to go with this cover right here, which is the Willie G cover. Not really a skull guy, and I might change that, but I guess it kind of gives it a little bit of character, but that's really not for me. Next up would probably be these heated grips. He put on the Harley Davidson heated grips. I always wondered why you needed heated grips, because you're usually driving in warm weather, but having driven this in, you know, below 10 °C weather, these heated grips actually come in handy more than you think. I was quite surprised of how cold that actually is. So the next thing he had done, actually I guess there's been 5. So the next thing are these highway bars. Now I would have put these on, I probably wouldn't have done chrome because I'm not a huge chrome guy, and I think there's enough chrome on here, but I do like it, not necessarily for highway, but if it tips over. I'm a new rider. I think it will help get it back up on onto 2 wheels, which I haven't dropped it yet. It's been over a month, knock on wood. I haven't dropped it yet. So yeah, that's why I would have got those. The next thing on my list is he got the higher windshield. Now the regular one's only about this high, which is fine. And I really didn't really think much about it, because even my wife, she loves the bike without the fairing on it. This is quick to disconnect, same with the saddlebags, quick to disconnect, but she absolutely loves it without it. And to be honest, it does look a lot better. But as a new rider, the first time I took this bike up to 60 kilometers an hour, I couldn't believe the amount of wind. I was not ready for that. It actually scared the hell out of me. Not really scared the hell out of me, but I was not prepared for it. It was crazy. So having the fairing on there really helps. I'm a lot better with the wind now. I can go without the fairing, and get up to about 95 to 100 kilometers an hour before I get scared. But luckily I don't go on any highways that are, or any roads that are over 80 kilometers an hour. So I'm okay there. So yeah, that was the next thing. And actually my favorite thing, and everyone probably already knows, is he had already put on a nice Reinhardt Racing exhaust. Now, I don't think it's the whole system. I think it's just a slip-on, but it sounds nice. It sounds a lot better. Now, at low idle speeds and probably up to 50% throttle, you don't really notice it. It has a better rumble than the stock. But with these ones here, it's more for the high end. So you can still hear that sewing machine sound that you hear. But when you crank the throttle, it gets loud and people look. I might do it a little bit later. Or actually, you would have saw it into the montage there a little bit. It doesn't do it justice. I'm getting old, and I think I need earplugs when it goes off. But yeah, that would be my favorite thing that the guy had done. Now for me, what I plan to do with it, not really much. My first thing is to do a backrest for any passengers. I know I'm not supposed to take passengers on an M1 license, but I'm also not supposed to drive this either, so don't tell anyone. Maybe I'll do a video later on about how easy everything is to take off, but I'm sure you guys have seen that if you know what the Sport Glide actually is. But anyways, that's my new bike. I hope to do some videos driving, and maybe when I get the backrest, we'll have a video on that as well. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys.